Hey everyone, welcome back to Cameron's Corner, Utah Real Estate Insights, episode 7. I'm still Cameron Hecking, and I am still your Utah County Realtor and real estate coach. In today's episode, we're going to cover the latest housing market update, as well as a breakdown of the 2025 National Housing Forecast and what it means for Utah. And then, once again, I'm going to get into my deal of the week. But this time, for the first time on the podcast, it is actually property specific. We're going to be getting into a Provo property with a fully separate guest house that's perfect for generating rental income. Whether you're buying, selling, or just keeping your eye on the market, this episode will give you the insights you need to make smart moves. Let's hop into it. First and foremost, let's talk about that market update. July 18th market update came out, and it shows that mortgage rates are remaining elevated, sitting around that 6.7%. For a while there, we were seeing continual decreases. However, this staying around the 6.7% is driven by a strong employment number and sticky inflation. So, when employment numbers are high, unfortunately, that means these interest rates are not going to be dropping. It kind of sucks to say that, unemployment is a huge factor that they look at in bringing those rates down. So the more unemployment there is, the quicker that they're going to drop rates. It's unfortunate that that's how it is, but it is what it is. Next shows that inventory growth is continuing. Active listings are up nearly 37.5% year over year, giving buyers some more breathing room in the market. When there's more houses to be sold, there's less competition, which overall is a very good thing for buyers. The growth of pricing is slowing, so the median list price rose just 0.5% compared to last year, which is signaling a market that is finding its balance. We're not seeing crazy spikes. We're also not seeing crazy dips. We are really just starting to see the market kind of balancing out. Homes are taking longer to sell, with the time on market being average around 53 days. So, taking all this information and applying it to you, why does this matter for Utah buyers and sellers? For buyers, there's more inventory and slower price growth, which means less competition and more chances to negotiate. Like I said, if you're a buyer in today's market, there is so much out there that if you have a seller that's not willing to work with you in the terms that you need, you're able to go and find the next seller that hopefully is. Builder incentives become huge in something like this because you have builders who have properties that are also sitting on the market competing with all of this other inventory. So you're going to see builder incentive going up there as well. It's a great time to go get a new home and get some great incentives there. For sellers, this is really just a reminder that pricing your home right is important more now than ever. Nobody ever wants their home to just sit on the market. However, in today's market, that really is the case if you don't have a locked in pricing strategy, which is something that I am able to provide to you. If you have any questions about pricing your home, reach out to me. I'd love to walk you through what we can do to get it sold with whatever parameters work best for you in your situation. Now, for investors, this means stabilizing prices create opportunities to buy without the fear of overpaying in a heated market. When you have a market that is heated, when you have lots going on, prices going up, that is not a good thing for investors because it makes for not a great investment. So in today's market, we really are able to go out there and find some deals. And I even do know of some new construction that is offering their low interest rate incentives for investors. You're going to need to bring in about 25% of the purchase price, but you can lock in a crazy low interest rate. I even know of a builder who's offering a 3.875 to investors. So there's an awesome opportunity there. Now, I want to go over the 2025 National Housing Forecast. So we're going to talk through the future of the rest of this year, what the forecast is looking like, and what it means for you. Home prices are expected to grow modestly by around 1.7% nationally, which is much slower than the wild appreciation that we saw from 2020 to 2022. Inventory levels are projected to remain higher, which helps improve affordability. So we are expected to continue to see an elevated inventory, which is what is going to help cause this leveling out of the market. Next is mortgage rates are expected to stay in the high six range throughout much of 2025, which is something that I have been telling people. I'm hoping to see them come lower. I would love to see in the low 6% by the end of 2025, but that market data is saying that we're going to be kind of sitting in the sixes still. So why Utah listeners should care about this? Why does this forecast matter for you? Utah County has historically outpaced the national market in growth due to its strong job market, young population, and high demand for housing. For first-time homebuyers, this is your window to buy in a less frenzied market. For current homeowners, it's still a good time to sell if you price accordingly. For investors, steady appreciation and rental demand means long-term potential is still strong. That is the overall market update. If you're looking to buy as a first-time home buyer, now's your shot. If you're looking to buy as an investor, there are opportunities out there for you. And if you're looking to sell, all that means is you can still do so, but you have to be strategic. Strategy, pricing, marketing matters now more than ever. And if you want a true professional in your corner, reach out to me. So now I want to go over the deal of the week, and this is one that is super interesting to me. I love the idea of investing. I love the idea of building a real estate portfolio and having that be something that you hold on to for your future, whether it's something you cash out in at your later stages of life, whether it's something that you keep for your kids, whether it's just something that you continue to make passive income on. I, being a realtor, might be biased, but I love real estate. I always tell people who are purchasing, especially my first-time home buyers, you're not going to be living in this home forever, but if you keep this home forever, because we've picked out the right house for you, it's going to make you a lot of money if you hold on to it. So I think that that's no different with this home that I want to share. This home address is 920 West Columbia Lane in Provo, Utah. This is a remodeled property with a fully separate guest house or an ADU. This thing is located just 5 minutes away from BYU, making it a no-brainer for an investment property. But there's more to it that makes it a no-brainer, so let's dig into it. The main house is a 3-bed, 1-bath, fully updated kitchen, fully updated living room and laundry room home. And the guest house is a 1-bed, 1-bath with a full kitchen and a great room with its own private laundry. The upgrades on this are a newer HVAC, newer windows, new roofs, water heaters, solar panels, sprinklers, fully fenced in yard, plus a sunken fire pit. And the reason that this matters is this is an investment property that you don't have to look at as a flip. This is an investment property that you can purchase, put your down payment on it down, and you have a plug and play that already has renters in it. If you're looking for the long game, this is something that already is renovated and updated, already has a proven rental history. And like I said, the location on it being minutes from the new BYU Medical School and located next to BYU and UVU, it really is a no-brainer location because rentals are always going to be desired in this area. They're never going to run short of a need for rentals. So let's get into the numbers on this. Currently, the main house rents for $2,225 a month, with the guest house renting out for $1,825 a month. That is $4,050 a month in potential rental income if you rent both units. Or you go the route of house hacking and you live in one and then you offset your mortgage with the other. The reason this is a big deal is for house hackers, this is really a dream. Like I said, you live in one of those units, you use the other one to cover a huge chunk of your mortgage. If you're single or you have a small family, go live in the guest house. Rent out the main house to college students, get a majority of your mortgage paid, and you are living in a much cheaper situation, and you don't need all that extra space anyways. It's awesome. For investors, the location near major universities and hospitals makes this an easy property to keep rented. An investor is always going to look at how much of the year they're going to be able to keep this thing rented. They don't want any dead space. They don't want any vacancies. And so being in this location is a foolproof plan to not have any vacancies. Now for families, if you want to purchase this as a family, the guest house could serve as a perfect mother-in-law suite or a detached office. This does not just need to be an awesome opportunity for investors. This could be something that you could use as a family or even a multi-generational situation. It's an awesome, awesome property. If you want to run the numbers or schedule a tour, text me at 385-232-0980 or DM me on Instagram. My handle is cameronhecking.re, and I would love to send you the listing and walk you through any questions you might have. So really, that is it for this week's of Cameron's Corner. We covered the July 18th market update and what it means for you as a buyer, a seller, or an investor. And we also talked about that 2025 housing forecast and what to expect here in Utah County for the rest of the year. And then, like I said, we talked about this awesome Provo rental-ready property that is perfect for investors, house hackers, or anybody needing flexible space. If you want more details about the deal of the week or you need help planning your next move, reach out. Text me 385-232-0980 or catch me on Instagram. And if you want my weekly newsletter with more insights and deals like this, like I've said in the past, send me your email on either of those platforms. Either text it to me or DM it to me, and I will add you to the list. You don't want to miss out on any of this information. I pride myself on being completely locked in on this market, especially here in Utah County. I don't like to see anything slip through my fingers. And when I find a good deal, I guarantee that everybody on my newsletter are the first people that get to see that. Anything that's on the market, potential off-market properties, whatever it is, I'm going to send it to you on that newsletter. You don't want to miss out. That's it for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I am here for you. But until next week, I will see you on the next one.